Welcome to Cigars on the Front Porch. I am your host, Uncle Scotty. This is episode number 55, and it is the last episode of me being 55. Tomorrow is going to be my birthday. In less than an hour, 55 minutes from now. It's 11:05 on 5/5/25, 62 degrees outside. It's pretty late tonight. I had some delay or technical difficulties. My laptop was updating, so I used my phone to record an episode, and I was like, just when I finished up, the laptop cleared up, and I was like, oh man, well, I don't got everything set up, so I'm gonna do it again. So this is episode number 55 of Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. Today we're going to be talking about cigar etiquette. Cigar etiquette. And I hope it doesn't turn into one of these wham sessions. But it's just a couple of my pet peeves. And since it's the last time I'll be 55, I'm like, why not? 5/5/25, 55, 11:05. Man, you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that with a stick. So, just want to talk about a couple of things tonight, and kind of go from there. So, we're talking about cigar etiquette. Okay. So, one of the things that I want to talk about with cigar etiquette is don't ask for a cigar. This is if you go into a lounge or something of that nature. Don't ask for a cigar. Bring your own cigars. Whether you got 4 in your humidor, 40 in your humidor, 400. How many ever you have, that's what you bring. Now, some cigar lounges will let you have a cigar in the lounge. You bring your own, but you have to purchase an item or something. You know, it's going to be different. But they do sell cigars at the cigar lounge. So go buy you a cigar and have one there. But don't ask for a cigar, because that person, like my cigar's been sitting in my humidors for months or years. And unless you're like a real close personal friend, I don't feel comfortable with giving you a cigar like that. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. I just don't. Now, I may have on me some giveaway cigars, some low-end ones. Maybe I'll do that. Nobody's perfect, but come on, man. You know you go into a cigar lounge, right? And your purpose is to have a cigar. So you have your travel humidor. Bring you some cigars with you, or purchase some cigars there. But whatever you do, don't come in asking for cigars. Don't borrow lighters, cutters. Bring your own. If you have a lighter, make sure it's got plenty of fuel in it before you leave home. Don't be like, oh man, my lighter, man, it done went out on me, man. Oh man. Oh no, go to your reserve lighter. Bring more than one. Bring a soft light. Use a match. Now they got lighters and cutters there at the cigar lounge that you can use. Bring your own. Come prepared. You know you come and pack your items up. Have them with you. I got 1 or 2 more travel humidors. All I got to do is put my cigars in and put my sticks in them. And what I usually do, so I can keep up with them, because I inventory everything, is I'll take a picture of them, then whatever I use at the cigar lounge or whatnot, I'll inventory it so I can keep up what I got. I just like to be organized. I like to know what I have and how many I have and where exactly are they at in my humidors. So I just got to upgrade. I just got a second humidor. The first one I got holds about 150. I think I pushed the max with 160. The second humidor holds 80. That's what it says. I don't think it's going to hold up to 80. And then I have a third humidor. So totally I can hold at the house or hold at home up to 300 cigars. Some people say, well, Uncle Scotty, why do you need that many cigars? It's not that I need that many. It's just that I have them, just like a library. You have books that you read in the library. You haven't read all of them. You're going to get to them eventually, but you have your books there. So make sure your cutters are sharp and everything that you need. I like to bring a variety. I like to bring a guillotine, a punch, and a V cutter. That way I can decide how I want to cut the cigar. So you come in with a V cutter that just chews up the end of the cigar. That's not cool. Check your items, your inventory before you leave. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Like I said, the whole purpose of this is not to be a win-win session, but it's just a couple of pet peeves of mine. Not a couple, some pet peeves of mine about cigar etiquette. When you go to a cigar lounge, and cigar etiquette is just being courteous and considerate to the people that you're around. Act like you got some sense. Don't talk politics. It's just going to start an argument. I'm not there to hear 2 men or 4 men or 6 men go back and forth about politics. I'm not there for that. I'm not going to talk about politics. If you bring up politics, hey, Unc, what you think about this over here? And I'm like, well, yeah. But hey, let's talk about this. I want to talk about something else. I'm not coming into the cigar lounge to talk about politics. The same thing that goes for your faith, your religion. I have my faith, and I'll share my faith outside of everything else. The cigar lounge is not the place to do that. If it's something that you can counsel somebody on, give them some good advice, yeah, that's okay. But I'm not sitting here trying to proselytize it. I'm not trying to do it. No, it's not the time or the place to be doing that. Cigar lounge is supposed to be somewhere where you relax and enjoy yourself. Also, sports. That's a pet peeve of mine. I'm not a sports fan, despite me playing sports my entire life. I played basketball, football, softball. I have wrestled. So I played a variety of sports ever since I was 7, 8 years old. And I think I stopped when I was 19 or 20 or something. I mean, I played for a long time. But that's not something that I'm going to be talking about. I do not want to hear a conversation about who is the best basketball or the best baseball player. If you get into a discussion between 2 grown men talking about JJ is better than LL, I don't care. Keep that to y'allself. Y'all take that to another table. Go on over there and sit. I don't want to hear that. That's just, no. I'm trying to enjoy. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to fellowship and have camaraderie. And if the only thing that we got to talk about in common is politics, religion, and sports, then we have not broadened our horizons. There are so many other things that we can counsel each other and talk to each other about other than those. And this is the reason why. Because it's going to start an argument. It's going to start an in-depth conversation that I am not really trying to hear. Not at this time. Catch me on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock and we could talk about it. But here in the lounge, no. These 4 walls are sacred. I'm not trying to hear all that. I'm not trying to hear that. So I'm that would be one of my pet peeves to not come back to that particular cigar lounge. Then you can't control people. You're going to do what they're going to do. But if it's something that's out of control, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about just regular conversation. Y'all know what I'm talking about when the conversation gets heated and it's out of control. Now you got this person mad and this person over here. Don't do that. I ain't trying to hear all that. Don't talk about women in a negative way. Doing that, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be offensive. Don't be derogatory. Don't be negative. You know, we have our quote times where we talk about our experiences, but articulate those experiences in a positive way or in a way that is constructive, not in a negative, horrible, nasty way. Don't do that. Don't curse. If you curse like a sailor, keep that cursing to yourself. I'm not trying to hear all that. To me, cursing is a way to for others to know that you do not have the vocabulary or the ability to express your feelings in an adult way. I can say what I gotta say without cursing. I don't need those explicitives to get my point across. If I do, then my vocabulary is poor, which it's gonna sound really mean from your Uncle Scotty. Get a dictionary, learn some words. Okay, express your feelings, but not in such a way that is yelling, cursing, shouting. It's ignorant. I'm not there for that. Okay, that's probably one of the reasons why I stay in my cigar lounge. I don't have to put up with that. It's peaceful. When you get your cigar and you're done with it, don't smash your cigar in the ashtray. Put the cigar in the ashtray and let it burn out gracefully, which it will. It'll go out on its own. But when you smash, it's going to send out a whole lot of smoke, and you just destroyed that cigar. I salute the cigars, and I let them go out with dignity. Put them in the ashtray or the cigar tray and let them go out gracefully. Don't smash them. Don't do that. Don't be a cigar snob and judge other people. If you got a beginner that comes in or whatnot, and you're smoking the A brand, and they are having the F brand, don't sit there and berate them, talk about, man, you need to come on up and do this over here. Don't do that. And he's like, oh man, I just joke. No, keep that to yourself. Nobody wants to hear that. Don't be a snob, and don't be like, I've picked the tobacco leaves from a widow's farm in Nicaragua, and I'm here to go on, keep that to yourself, man. Go on. Nobody's trying to hear all that. Okay. Now this is another pet peeve of mine as far as cigar etiquette that I'm very infamous about. When you go out to a cigar, take a shower, get yourself cleaned up, cut your hair, shave, whatever you got to do. This is an event. It is not just going to my cousin's house. It's an event. So dress appropriately. Business casual. You wear jeans, that's cool. Dress shoes, loafers, something of that nature. You can even throw on a pair of tennis shoes, pair of kicks. But dress appropriately. Wear a shirt that's got a collar. I would not wear this t-shirt to a cigar lounge. It's not my home. I want to carry myself with a high caliber when I'm out in public. A nice sweater. Nothing with tears, holes, or stains in it. It's a difference if that's all you got. There's a difference. But if that's all you got, then you shouldn't be having a cigar, because the cigars are not inexpensive. Now, I order my cigars, I pay about $5 a piece for them. But every now and then, I'll buy me a $10 or $15, or maybe if I'm feeling real good, a $20 cigar. Man, go on to the store, Walmart or whatever, and buy you a nice shirt. Don't have no cigar. Cigars for me are in excess. They're not part of the standard. They are in excess when I have the money left over, or what is according to my budget. Now, I set a budget every 2 weeks. I get paid every 2 weeks, and I set a budget. So I do a very good job. I stick within that budget. I'm very proud of myself. I don't go over that budget. So that way it stops me from spending an exorbitant amount of money on a hobby. Okay. And get yourself cleaned up. Don't come musty and smelly. I'm not trying to smell you at the cigar lounge. Get yourself cleaned up. Even if you got to take a bird shower or whatever, wash off whatever in your trunk or go in the bathroom, they got wipes in there. Get yourself cleaned up, man. Fix yourself up. The other thing that I have a pet peeve, I'm old school. I'm 55. I'll be 56 tomorrow. In 40 minutes, I'll be 56. But take off your hat when you come into a cigar lounge. I was always taught men don't wear hats on the inside unless you're doing construction or some kind of work. Take your hat off. And when you take your hat off, don't put it on the counter. Put it in your lap. Leave it in your car. Leave it behind the bar. Or put it in the chair beside you. But don't put your hat on the table. The reason why I say that is hats don't belong on the tables. And if your hat's on the table, and let's say for whatever reason, a piece of ember or spark or whatever from the cigar, which happens all the time, lands on that hat. Now you set your hat on fire and then burn the hole and destroyed your hat. Plus, tables are not meant for hats. Put it in your lap. Put it in the chair beside you. Or better yet, just don't wear one. If you do wear one, put it up. Put your hat on top of your travel humidor case, but put it up. It's a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand sitting there. I'm in the cigar lounge. Somebody got the hat sitting on the table. Like, do you mind? Would you mind taking your hat off the table? Purchase a cigar when you come into the lounge. Patronage the lounge when you come into it. Purchase something. A lighter, a cutter, a cigar, something, ashtray, whatever it is you want. Patronage that cigar lounge. Purchase something. Don't come in there and just be empty-handed and don't purchase anything. Purchase something. Okay? You want to keep that cigar lounge. You want to pour into the owner of that cigar lounge. You want to keep it going. They can't keep it going. They can't pay the bills or do what they got to do or pay payroll or buy inventory if you're not purchasing anything. So bring something. Okay? Purchase something. Not bring something. Purchase something. Don't ask to stay later at the cigar lounge. If you know the cigar lounge closes at 10, it's going to take you a minimum of an hour. So if you get there at 9 o'clock, you probably could get a cigar and finish it up and leave. But don't pop in there if they close at 10. Don't pop in there at 9:30, 9:45 and light up a cigar. You're not going to be able to finish it, and they're going to be wanting to go home. Now, some cigar places, they will stay open longer as long as people are in there. So if they close at 10, they may stay in there till 12. But that's up to them to make that decision if that's what they want to do. Now, plus you don't want to be rushed, sitting there smoke stacking your cigar, trying to hurry up. I got 7 minutes. Let me hurry up and finish. Don't do that. Just don't have a cigar. Don't go. So don't ask to stay later. Now, one lounge I went to in Georgia, I was with my cousin, Misha. If you ever watched this episode, love you, cuz. That particular cigar lounge closed at a certain time, but it had a VIP area. And the VIP area had 24-hour access, which I had never seen nothing like that before in my life. They gave them a code to the door, and all the members had the code, and they could come in and go as they want. So if they want to come in at 5 o'clock in the morning, they can come in at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's an isolated area from the main part, so they couldn't get anything else. Everything else was put up. So, they can come in, they can sit down, they can have a cigar in peace and quiet. Heat, temperature, bathroom, whatever they needed, the basics. And they could just sit in there. I was like, man, this is awesome. So the cigar lounge, it closed, but I was a guest of one of the VIP members, and they were able to bring me back to the back, and I was able to stay in there. We stayed in there like 2 hours past closing time. Because they was like, yeah, it's VIP. Have fun, man. Do what you want. I was like, that's awesome. But some cigar lounges don't have that. So go home. Okay? Clean up your area before you sit down, while you're there, and when you get ready, when you're leaving. Clean your area up. Don't leave food or trash or whatever you got in your area. Pick it up, put it in the trash. It is not the waitress's responsibility to clean up behind you. There's an old saying, your mama's not here. You shouldn't be stressing your mama out anyway. My mama didn't play that mess. You leave a mess down there, you're going to be cleaning it up. Clean up behind yourself. Do not leave trash and debris laying around your cigars or in the ashtray. That's fine. But outside of cigars in the ashtray, whatever you brought, you take with you. Police your own area. Make suggestions and not request on your favorite cigars or items that you would like discreetly. Do not be on one side of the cigar lounge and yell out to the other side to the owner or the bartender and say, yo man, why don't y'all have them S cigars, man? Y'all need to get these S. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you have a request, get up, go talk to the owner, the manager, um, the person that's over the cigars, and just have a conversation with them. Say, hey, look, I really like the S cigars. Here's a picture of them. Here's the name of them. Here's my phone number. If you order them, I will buy some from you. And if you can try them out and see how they sell. If they don't sell, I will buy them from you. And treat it that way. Just have a conversation with them. That way they don't lose out if they experiment. They don't want to buy 100 S cigars and they don't sell. Now they don't make any money. And now they stuck with them. And that dude, he said he wanted them and ain't nobody buy them and he won't even. No, I'll buy them. Yeah, if you order some, I'll buy them. So just be discreet, be respectful, be considerate. I always speak to the owner, the manager, the bartender, the tobacconist. That's the person that's in the cigar lounge, whatever y'all want to call them. That's in the cigar area, the humidor. The waitresses, the chef, or the cook. I always have a conversation with them. You can do it when you come in. Say, hey, is Chef so and so here? Yeah, he is. Come in, shake the man's hand or shake the lady's hand and say, hey, look, I'm having a good night tonight. I'm happy to see you. I'm glad you're here. And thank you. I appreciate your service. Because to be in the service industry is humbling. Okay? Um, don't put trash in the ashtray. When you have your cigar and you take off your wrapper, I usually save my wrappers and bring them back home. But your cellophane or stuff like that, or your wrapper, if you decide to toss it, it goes in the trash, not in the ashtray. The ashtray is for cigars, for the ashes from the cigars, not trash. It looks tacky and it's unkept. And then also, sometimes there are embers or sparks with the cigars when you put them out or when you ash them. And you're going to sit there and eventually you may start a little fire in the ashtray. It just looks tacky. Cellophane will melt and crinkle all up. Put your trash in the trash. Okay? Stick it in your pocket, put it back in your travel humidor and dump it out later. But don't put it in the ashtray. Ashtray is for ash, not for trash. Don't be loud. If you're there, don't have a conversation that's so loud that 2 tables over people can hear what you're saying. Keep that to yourself. Okay? Don't get intoxicated if you drink alcoholic beverages. I do not want to see you over there with your mouth wide open with a cigar because you had too much to drink. We're all adults. If you do drink, know your limit and stay within that limit. This is not the place to be getting turned up. Okay? Plus, you got to go home. So now you drive intoxicated. You get a DUI, or even worse, you can hurt somebody or hurt yourself. Now here you are going to the cigar lounge trying to have a good time. Now you in jail because you don't hurt somebody because you've been drinking too much. Don't do that. Okay? Don't haze or put down other people. If somebody's doing something that you're not used to, or don't sit there and go off on them and carry on foolishly. Don't do that. You're not there. People didn't come there for you to be messing with them. Mind your business. Stay to yourself. Okay? Respect others' privacy. If there's a table behind you that's having a conversation, they didn't invite you to that conversation. Don't join that conversation. Stay out of it. Respect non-smokers and beginners. If you got somebody coming in and they're not having a cigar, that's their business. Don't sit there and say, hey man, why you ain't got no cigar, man? It's none of your business. And respect people's privacy. And if it's a new person, a beginner, show them, talk to them, educate them, uplift them. Don't sit there and berate them. Don't do that. Have I turned into a wham-wham session yet? These are some of my do's and don'ts if you're having cigar etiquette. If you're going out to a cigar lounge. Clean up behind yourself. in the bathroom. So if you go in the bathroom, whatever your area is, whatever you did, make sure you clean up. Don't leave trash on the floor or things in the commode or on the sink or whatever. Wipe it down. Takes just a second. Just clean it up. Most places that I've been to, they have somebody that will come into the bathroom on an hourly basis or so often and clean up. But if you see it, just pick it up and put it up. Nobody wants to go into the bathroom and there's paper towels all over the place and stuff like that. Clean up behind yourself. You're not at home. At home, you do what you want. Greet people, handshake or hugs when there's appropriate. And remember, everybody has boundaries. Everybody don't like to have everybody around them or touching them. I'm one of those people. I don't like people hugging up on me and I don't know you. I don't like people touching me. I just don't like it. Now, if I know you, a handshake or hug, if we're best friends, if we're close. But initially, I don't know you. Like I just saw you and I just met you. Yeah. Okay. Tip generously. The waitresses, the bartenders, the cooks, they're making a salary. Tip them. Tip them generously. Let them know you appreciate their service because they are in a service industry. So make sure that you treat them accordingly. And it doesn't have to be an exorbitant tip, but give them a tip. You know, if the bill is $22.59, give them 25, give them 30, give them 40. Whatever you have to spare, but don't sit there nickel and dime. It's $22.59. Give me my change back. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you're cutting a cigar, don't cut too much off the cigar. I had a Gurkha Triple Ligero tonight, and if you can see, this is just a tip. That's all I took off. I did a guillotine cut tonight, which is a rarity, and Triple Ligero and Gurkha. I finished it up while I was waiting on my computer to upgrade itself here. Just don't sit there and massacre the cigar in front of everybody else. That's horrible. You get a cigar and the dude cuts off an inch off of it. It's like, you don't know what you're doing, and let's educate you and teach you and train you and show you how to do it the correct way. Don't lick your cigar before you light it. This is not the 1800s, and you're not a Western movie star rolling up a cigarette. Don't sit down. No. Keep your saliva and your personal stuff to you. Okay? I ain't trying to sit there and watch that. Alright? Don't dip your cigar in your drink if you're drinking an alcoholic beverage. This is how you coat it, man. You take this here and you put this here and you don't do that, man. Keep that to yourself, man. Do that at home. When you're here, don't do that. Just don't. Don't do that. We're not sitting at the table dipping your cigars in whiskey. Don't do that, man. Don't smoke the wrapper. Some people do and they don't care, but it does put out a little bit of a smell, and it can infuse into the cigar and mess up your experience. And I see no reason or basis for smoking your wrapper. Make sure you ash your cigar. When you get to be about an inch or so out, ash your cigar. Don't be these old pops that got an ash just 5 miles long. It's going to drop and go everywhere, spill everywhere. Man, just ash your cigar, man. Have some sense. Okay? Don't light your cigar while it's in your mouth. If it's in your mouth, don't sit there and be like, yeah, man, that's how you do it. And sit there puff. I've seen people do that a lot. And I often wonder why. Because what you're doing with that cigar is you're jolting that cigar to it. It's just like jumping in your car first thing in the morning and cranking it up and pulling it straight out the driveway. You want to relax and bring that cigar up to speed. So you can light the cigar, and what you're looking for is an orange glow. Just like a shuttle coming back in from outer space. You're just looking for just a little glow on the bottom of it. If you start to see blue flames coming off of it, then you got it too close. You're doing too much. Okay? Don't put your feet or personal effects where they don't belong. If we're sitting there and if they got stools and you want to elevate your feet, that's cool. But if they ain't got stools, don't prop your feet in the chair right beside you. Your feet belong on the floor. Nobody wants your dirty feet propped up in the chair when everybody else is having a cigar beside you. You're not at home. So have some sense, have some decorum about you, have some respect. Keep your feet on the floor. Your personal effects, if you got your hats or anything, put them in the chair beside you or put them in another area somewhere else and come back and get them at a later time. Don't eat and smoke at the same time. You either smoke a cigar, preferably you would have ate before you got there. But if you do get there and you want a little snack or something like that, put the cigar down, go get you something to eat, then come back and pick your cigar up. Okay? Don't be eating and smoking at the same time. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Take personal, this is another pet peeve of mine. Take your personal calls somewhere else. Sometimes you can't help if you get calls. It happens. But put your phone down, put your phone on vibrate or silent. Send a quick text. Hey, look, I'm at the cigar bar. I'll get back with you later. What I don't want to hear is you sitting there, hey, man, back in 1982, man, you remember, I ain't trying to hear your personal conversation. Take that somewhere else, man. Take it out to the bathroom. Take it out to the deck. I'm not trying to hear your personal conversation, and you're not going to hear mine. Anything I got to say is a quick text. I get back up with them later, or I'll just turn the phone off. I'm not trying to have a conversation with the phone turned on. Don't fall asleep. If you have too much to drink, don't have too much to drink. Don't fall asleep, okay? Another pet peeve of mine is don't burp or pass gas in front of other people. If you got to pass gas, it happens, man. Go into the bathroom with that. Go outside with it. Don't sit there at the table and, man, we're men. I got hair on my chest. Rah, rah, rah. That is the most asinine. Actually, that's the opposite of manhood. We all may have to burp, or we may all have to expel air. But I'm not going to sit there and do it in front of you at the table while you're having a cigar. That's stupid. Stupid and immature. And I'll be like, either you get up or I get up. But I'm not sitting down here with you going through all that flatulence and all this other stuff you got going on. Okay? If your stomach is upset, take some medicine for it, stop drinking, go into the house. But don't come up in here with all that. Learn to sit quietly. A lot of people are not able to do that. You don't have to have music going on. You don't have to have the TV on. You don't have to have anything like that. Learn to sit quietly. Don't be saying, stuff just to be talking. Just sit still. Be quiet. Especially if it's something where you're talking and it's involving the opposite sex or something like that. Be a man. Don't say things like that, okay? When you got your friends, I would encourage you to bring knowledge to the table. Bring something about a cigar, or something about life, or something about your personal experience that can help somebody else to grow, or can help somebody else to heal. And a gift. If you know you're going to be going out with two of your friends, think about bringing them a gift. Sometimes if I go out with my friends, I'll bring a cigar and I'll say, hey, look, man, I tried this cigar. I really like it. I'm going to gift this to you and you try it out. You don't owe me nothing. You want to pay me back, you can pay me back, however you want to do it. But it's a gift from me to you. And I just want you to try the cigar. Hey, I got an extra lighter, man. You want this one? It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just an extra one. I'm out of space. I need more space. I only got limited space. So I'm not able to hold this in my travel, case at home. Yeah, it's a nice cigar. It's got plenty of liquid in it. I just filled it up and I just wanted to give it to you. Just because I love you, because you're my friend. Here's an extra cutter. Here's an extra lighter. So bring a gift to your friends. So these are just a couple of my pet peeves of cigar etiquette. A couple of things that I like. I appreciate you listening to me ramble on for the past 35 minutes. But this is episode number 55 with Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. Episode 56 is going to be off the chain. I'm going to do that hopefully tomorrow on my 56th birthday, which is coming up in 21 minutes. So thank you for joining me for Cigars on the Front Porch. I'm your host, Uncle Scotty. This has been episode 55, Cigar Etiquette. If you have any suggestions, comments, feedback, send it to me. I'll listen to you. Maybe you got something that I missed. Maybe you got something you disagree with. Maybe there's some things you do agree with. But I love to get your comments. I really like to get your comments, your feedback. And as I always say, remember, you're special, you're unique, you're built for a purpose. You're not here by chance or happenstance. You're special and you're unique. Your Uncle Scotty got love for you. Stay tuned for episode 56. It's going to be awesome.